was forced to think about trapping. For the past decade, I had devoted myself to studying the animals I trapped. I knew their habits the way that most people know their pets. That form of intimacy.
All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Brad, James, Jeff. Good morning, Rosie, Josiana. Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Robert, Stephen. Good morning, Tastas. Good morning, Harish. Good morning, FDN. Good morning, Lion Fit. Good morning, Adam S. Good morning. All right. So before we go into the day here, we have 1 minute. We have a lot of things going on here. So toward the So the morning session yesterday, we ended up at 2467, and the last half an hour of the day, I took one more trade, and it got me to 3443, also short. And this is that trade that I took right here. Got short, short, covered, covered, more short, covered, covered. So that added up to that total to 3443. Okay, so you guys are caught up on that, and let's take a look here. We have some news coming up. We got some news coming up. Forex. There we go. Let's see. So we're at the top of the hour. We have ISM manufacturing, Jolt job opening, the ISM manufacturing PMI, and the ISM manufacturing prices. Construction spending and FOMC member Gillespie speaks. So we got that going on at the top of the hour. Okay. So just be aware. That's something that we need to be kind of conscious of as we approach the first half an hour. Now let's dig deep into the market and see what's going on here. We have ourselves the 200 into Rinko selling off against those highs and the double top pattern that the market presented yesterday. We expected a little bit of selling pressure coming through that, and the majority of the day yesterday, the market spent it in consolidation with a short bias. Right now, we are testing the middle of the range. Okay, so that is an area of consolidation. The 200 and the 100 are out of sync. We hit harmony zone number 1 to the short side, and the market is backing off from it. If we break anything under that low of 60, that's going to set the stage for a continuation on the short selling pressure and a 744 target. Okay, so that's what we're kind of looking at right now. What would be something of interest as far as going short is we need the cloud to shift negative. We already tested harmony zone number 1, and we're getting an inception trade coming up right now, short. And let's see if this market gives us the opportunity to get involved. Here we go. Now, if this candle closes lower, I'll jump in short on a scalping basis only this morning. We have news, so I'm not gonna get involved in a swing trade right now. Okay. Okay, so that did not happen. All right, first trade. We took the first trade and we made whatever we made off of that one. That's an inception trade. Let's see here. Let's make sure that we don't have any hanging order. Things were slow, by the way. Kind of updating a little bit. Just make sure that, how's everybody's quotes so far? So something of interest here. They have a double captain setup showing up right now on the 40 NT rink around this area. So there is a bit of a buying interest stepping in, protecting that price. Where I got in and got out, the market needed to hit target number 2, and we ended up just taking the scalp version of that trade and making 5 points plus 10 points. That's what we ended up doing. That's okay for that first trade. Yeah, Jimu, you're just make sure that, because there is a YouTube delay just based on how YouTube works. So unless you're in our private room, your YouTube is gonna be delayed, and what you see me getting in, that has already passed. My entry has already passed just due to the difference in timing. Just be careful. So trade number 1. Let's move on to the second trade. Oh, okay, I got you. I get it. I get it. I get it. So we're testing harmony zone number one again. This is like the second time, or actually we spent a lot. We're spending a lot of time in this area, which should be expected considering we're in the middle of the range on the 200 NT Rinko. So that's an area of consolidation. You got another thing going on, which is the 200 and the 100 are out of sync, which lends itself to a sideway market. So either the market has, either the market runs up to 819, and ultimately the 844 is a complete reversal, or you're gonna just oscillate here, and we need to see something similar to this, where the market, hits harmony zone number one, fades, establish a new cloud negative, and then start creating momentum. So that trade that I just took, we just made 281 off of that. Let's just keep working. Good morning, Damon. Good morning, Hiba. Yeah. This is the thing. If they break that 800, you're gonna start picking up some momentum to 820. So this is gonna be a critical area that the market is at. If they close this candle up right now, I'm gonna jump in. 80 is my stop. Yep. Taking one off. Yeah, 84. 84 is a stop. Yeah, we should be going to 810. Come on. Target number 2. $84. Yep, 84. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah, we need. I mean, we're going through harmony zone number 1. Let's see if we can get that push. I added one more contract, so here we go. Thank you. Thank you. Don't get greedy, George. All right, I got something out of it. So I took that one contract. My entry was not as great. It needed to be a little bit lower, and kicked out one. Added to it right here. Was trying to get to target number 2, but they paused it, so I took that profit. That's fine. It's not picking up steam, and that's why I just didn't want to stick around for too long. So that decision right there is, I'm at 409 right now. Moving on to the next trade. Let's just keep working. Damon, while here we're in a scalping mode, so we're getting in and getting out and monitoring our stops very closely. I mean, we got short right here initially at the open for profit. We got long here. The net result is a positive one. 2 trades into this morning, And let's work on the next one. I mean, looking at it, I mean, you're running into harmony zone number one. The only reason why I got in, if you look at the 40 NT Rinko, it's a captain setup switch trade. So those are just very strong, you know, they are strong bullish signal, you know, and typically you'll get momentum that could take you to 20 and 40. This one just gave us a minor 1.5 candle continuation trade. So I took that and moved on. But that's the rationale behind that trade. Okay, so you're getting a mixed market. You're getting a 200 NT Rinko that is short, while the 100 NT Rinko, we have a pocket of buying interest. We have news at the top of the hour, so I may just kind of take it easy here and wait for the news to pop in. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Good morning, good morning. Let's talk about ES here for a second. ES. Let's look at the 50 NT Rinko. All right, so what we got here is a sell pressure in the middle of the range. So we are consolidating in the middle of the range like in Q. And it's a two-sided market. You have harmony zone number one, which is 99 by 02 and 605 by 608, harmony zone number two. So as long as we are trading under 608, the shorts can take control and push this price really, you know, lower. Right now we hit harmony zone number two and faded. The cloud is positive, so the shorts need to trade under that 698 and produce a new cloud negative in order for us to participate on the short side. In order for us to go long, we almost have to have the price go all the way up to 46.11. Then the pullbacks become viable. Right now, they're not. We're getting a lot of sideway noise and consolidation, and this is kind of choppy environment can be an issue. So since we have the news coming up at the top of the hour, just be patient. It has no equivalence, Damon, because it's a range chart. It's a Rinko range chart, so it's not gonna have a time frame, and that's the beauty of them, and that's why I like this type of charts a lot better than a time chart. Is it's motion specific. If the market, you'll see markets where the price action will spend 10 minutes in one candle, and then you see days where it spends 10 seconds, and it doesn't matter what time, because ultimately in trading, what pays you is not time. What pays you is motion, and this filters out time, which is perfect. Yeah, Adam. I experienced a little bit of that early on. Some of the traders reported it. Good morning, by the way. Yeah, everybody just make sure that you're very aware and you have your your position tab open, your order tab and your account tab all next to each other. And when you enter a trade that you see all your orders are here, and in a delay environment, this is going to be critical for you to make sure that you don't have any hanging orders out there that you're not aware of, especially if you use a copier. All right, so here we go again, inception trade. The expectation here is to see a push toward target number 1. Okay, and against that 805 level. Let's see if this market will produce that type of behavior. Right now, we're going to be waiting for the news at the top of the hour. Here it comes. And we're about to hit target number 1. Here we go. Target number 1 is hit. All right, that's good. That's good. Now, if we get to 69, that will get the market to be in sync on the short side, on the between the 200 and the 100. We have that news at the top of the hour, Adam, so uh, we should expect a little bit of movement around that. Like right now, if we break anything under this current candle here, we're gonna see a little bit of a push back to target number 1. I mean, this is like a 5 to 10 point range. You know, we made 10 points off that first trade. We made, 5+ points off the second trade. So this is the kind of range that we're dealing with here. And since we got the news coming up, no sense in trying to go for a swing trade. We're just going to let the market do its own thing here. That's tight, yep. The next target, Damon, is going to be 744 on the swing trade, and then on the 200 NT Rinko. The 33 is where the bottom end of the cloud is at, and that is an area where some type of traders will start coming in to stabilize the price action. That's interesting stats, Adam. Thank you for sharing, by the way. Well, I mean, the as long as the 200 NT wrinkle is long, I mean, is short, then the 733 to the 750 will be just like a short covering area. So, but we will be looking at any rally as a shorting opportunity and not a long opportunity, right? So let's get there, and then we have to see how the market behaves. So we got 2 minutes right now. We got 2 minutes to the news. Very sideways, choppy environment. Here we go again. That behavior should push the price lower. Yeah, we should hit target number one and try to get into between 75 and 70. It just I wouldn't participate in it considering the news is coming up in a minute, and things can get very wild. So we'll leave that alone. Here comes that target. Very quiet. Here comes target. Target hit. And let's see that news. And boom. All right. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Let me see if I can get involved. Ooh, that's some nasty stuff going on here. All right. See how quickly that happened? I got in, got out. That is just crazy, though. Yeah, that's not like right here. We should have sold off into target number two. And look what they did. They put a captain setup long on the 40 NT wrinkle. Yeah, just be very, very careful here. I mean, I threaded the needle on that trade. Like literally, it executed both sides of the market almost at the same time. I got the short, then I got the cover that quick. It was a good entry. Here we go again. I mean, we tested Harmony Zone number one again, and we're fading. I mean, like how many times? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Hey, Pro. Good morning. Yeah, looking at the 70 NT wrinkle is just a bloody mess right here. Yeah, the market really needs to either break above 811 or break below 72. A break below 72 will pick up some steam and momentum to the short side. Breaking anything above 811, 815 puts a hold on the shorts, and we're going to start looking at how stable is the pullback. You definitely want to be patient here and let the market expand outside this very tight range. Yeah, look at the 40 in Tirinco, man. There's like 4 captain setups in a row around these levels. I mean, that's just something else. That is something else. Yeah, we're most likely gonna get a little bit of push to that level of 8, 10, 15 level that we talked about. Here we go. I mean, where would the shorts be in trouble? You start breaking anything above 844, they'll be in serious trouble. All right. Here we go. I'm trying to move my orders. I can't move my orders. Like, what the hell's going on here? What? Yeah. All right, we got stopped out on that trade. That's fine. All right, so I'm experiencing delay, a quote delay, guys. Like I was trying to move my order to this level here under 800, and it literally would not get me to move it. So just be careful. Just be careful. Here we go. Is that a good decision? Yes, it was a good decision. What is my stop here? Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, the market is disconnecting here. Let's see. Let's see. We need to trade above 805. Getting back and forth behavior here. We have channel number one holding up. Let's see if we have a trend line. Nope. Yep, we do. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, so we got to break that 800. A big deal if we break 81. All right, so they're breaking that channel. And 69 and a quarter will get the market being in sync. Yeah. Here we go, 69. Okay, so that's good to see. All right. Well, let me do a couple of things. It's gonna be a little bit aggressive, so just don't follow blindly. I'm trying to short in a range here, and willing to take a little bit of risk all the way to up to 805, and wanting to see a rally back up if they are so kind to give it to me, and they are not. Look at these bastards. Wow. No love, no fill. No fill on that one. I'm not sure I want it anymore. Canceling these orders. All right, that target of 744 coming up. and that target got hit. Next target is 719 and a quarter. Harmony zone number 1 is 69 by 79 and 94 by 04, 804 is the two harmony waves that we are looking for. See, the issue right now that I'm having is, you know, I can't get short right here. I mean, I really have to have a rally and a, you know, I was hoping to, right when the market did this number and broke that 81, that they would rally the market up for me to get in. I posted the orders, just no fill. All right, well, let's keep looking. We'll find our trade. Flexibility. Yeah, see that close to that 30 level, and they're bouncing the market up, which is to be expected. This is going to be a bit of a risky trade here, but I'm going to go ahead and post a couple of orders. And see if I can get filled. I'm using the harmony zone number 1 as a resistance area to any move higher. And I wouldn't necessarily, I can scalp it too. So if we run up into it, all right. Yeah, the shorts are active. Yeah, so they're not even rallying. I mean, they did a railroad short right here. I mean, that's not a bad spot, be honest with you, but I was hoping for something a little bit bigger. Okay, canceling these orders. Shorts are in control. And next target, the 719 coming up. see. Juju, good morning. Yeah, they're trying to stabilize the price action. I mean, if they run it up to 770, 780, I'm gonna take a look, and I'm gonna be wanting a pullback, a high and a lower high. We're breaking that channel right here. Yeah, we should see a bit of a rally, and that's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, I can do this. It's a little bit aggressive again, but see if we can get filled. Yeah, see, remember we were talking, Damon, about that 33 level that you will see a rally coming up in that area. Well, here you go. Because that's the bottom end of the cloud, and they typically will on a first touch basis, they'll come in and try to counter trend whatever is going on. So in this case, the shorts are dominant, so you're getting a counter trend against that to try to flush them out. And when I say the market is trying to stabilize, whenever you see this type of behavior, a captain setup, a retest of it that holds, and you're breaking channel number 2, the market is trying to counter trend right now. All right, just let's keep focused on the next trade. And here it comes. I mean, that's the switch trade here. They should be pushing the price higher. Maybe I'll get filled. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting 5-10 points out of it either, but we'll see. Yeah. There you go. Should push. Yeah, if they reverse it right here, that really kind of takes away the idea, because it needs to be first touch of this zone. So I mean that, for all practical reasons, coming to 67, and let's see. There you go. Yeah, we need to be careful here. I know where my stop is, but I don't necessarily want to be in a bigger trade. That's 20 points. Here we go. Right, I'm exiting this trade, taking a small stop, and moving on. That's not what I expect the market to do here. That's a bit too strong of a move, and I'll just take a small 5-point stop and reevaluate this. I mean, it may end up working out, but just the simple idea that harmony zone number 1, we broke above it, and now we tested harmony zone number 2, and we're still trading around that range, tells me that there's a lot more strength than what's obvious here, or what the market's telling me. So I have to reduce my risk and get out. Yeah. I get it. I get it. So if they get up to 819, well, then the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. So this was more than just price stability, it's just a price reversal. So they put on the captain setup and then came and retested it, broke channel number 2, ran up into a switch trade. We had harmony zone number 1 that needed to be tested. It tested well for the longs and ran it up to harmony zone number 2. Here they needed to test it, and they did test it at the bottom end of it and the top end of it, and it brought it in to the harmony wave, and they just rally it back up. So that is just a strong behavior. I got out of it for 5-point stop on that whole trade, literally just a 5-point stop on 4 contracts. 6, 7, yeah, a little bit over 5 points. But yeah, that's not what I wanted to see. Yeah, that was long. Okay. It's amazing. I mean, that's just a V recovery. Look at that sell pressure into almost complete reversal. Here comes that 19, but where this price is at, it's the low end, the bottom end of the Globex band. So we should experience. I mean, even if they run it up to that 20, we should see a bit of resistance to any upward move here. Yeah, I needed to get out of that. Hey, visual, SNK. Good morning. Here it comes. All right, so they closed it. So now the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. Pullbacks are buyable. We're going to experience a little bit of resistance coming up into this zone right here. So that may be the catalyst for that pullback that we're looking for. It's a V recovery though. Yeah, they put a switch trade right here. We should see a flush in price action and potentially a retest of the 800. That's coming up. I'm going to step away for just a moment. All right, so what are we experiencing right now? We're hitting harmony zone number 1. We broke that. Harmony zone number 1 is 94 by 84, 69 by 59 is harmony zone number 2. Pullbacks are buyable. We're chewing through the bottom end of the Globex band. Next target is 844. I'm looking for a signal basically right here. Target number 4 in this sequence is 860. Globex is 869 and a quarter. Yeah. Apex has issues right now. It's been widely reported by multiple people. I don't care what else they tell you. All right, so they put on a switch trade right here. We should see a pullback coming up soon. We're at the top end of the cloud, and we're looking at a 794. If 794 actually will close the 100 NT Rinko. So let's see how far they want to push this, and if it's buyable. We need to see a high and a lower and a higher low. We're breaking this channel as well. All right, we're getting a little bit of a break in the structure of the market here, but nothing serious. I was saying early on, this zone right here is the zone where the market, it's the bottom end of the Globex band. And you typically, the first time you come up to that type of level, you experience, this kind of fading behavior. So we're going to have to just keep monitoring this area and see how well they're going to handle it. I mean, either they're going to come to test harmony zone number 1, or they're going to start breaking and closing at 844, and then make inroads into target number 4. I'd rather not go long here without a decent pullback. So it's just one of those things where I'm going to just keep watching and keep learning the price structure. Yeah, we're coming up on that whole number 800, and people are picking up the first touch of it. They came and picked it up. Yeah, thank you, James, for posting that link. If you have an account with NinjaTrader, but if you don't have an account with him, don't upgrade to the latest version that requires you to link up to their that web link. Okay. Yeah, tell him, Stephen, about your experience so this people know. You should upgrade to the latest version, but they have one that does not require you to log on to their web portal unless you have like I have a NinjaTrader account. So when I upgraded to that level because I can log in through their portal. But if you don't have a personal account with them, then don't do that. All right. So what we're having here is what we kind of expected to happen in a way is the fact that this area is going to be a resistance area, and they're going to spend some time, working through it. And right now we have a cloud that is negative and hitting target number one and reversing. We want to see the establishment of a channel, maybe channel number one, channel number two. And for the longs to resume their momentum, they need to break above those channels. So right now, we have, here we go. That's channel number one, hitting back target number one. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of, you could see that the market is tired here a little bit, but ultimately, as long as the 200 and the 100 are in sync, on the long side, my inclination is to look for long signals. And we know how that would look like. We need a break of this channel, establishment of a fresh and new cloud positive, and also a new harmony wave long. And if that happens, then that gives me the opportunity to start looking at the longs. If the market breaks anything under 94, then you really have to be patient, because if we chew through harmony zone number one, you have an entry around that 84, but you truly need to see a low and a higher low, and then a push higher in order for us to start getting back involved on the long side. So what we're experiencing right now is a pocket of sell interest, and we want to figure out how that pocket is getting handled. Are they strong? Are they just flushing people just to get them out of their hand before they run the market back up to 844? I'm expecting that to happen, but I need to see more. So I mean, here comes a low and a higher low. You need to break above that 819. So we hit this zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times, and every time we hit that area, we get faded. Thank you, Stephen, for sharing this with us. Right, we're getting reports of delay on Apex right now. Thank you, Brad. Adam asks, why is that, G? Why is what? Brad plus 545. Good job. Right here, they're putting a captain setup short, so that is going to push the market lower against that 819. We should see a push toward the 800 again. Should be coming up soon. Yeah. No, you should update, but not they have multiple updates, Ninja Trader. So they have one that is connected to their web login, and that's the one that if you have a Ninja Trader account, go ahead and do that. But if you don't, just take the version before it as an update and you'll be just fine. Right. So we hit the 805, and if this candle closes lower, I mean, that would be, from the perspective of a scalp, not a bad scalp at all. It'll be a captain setup switch trade. If they run it up anything above 16, then I'm not interested. What if you, from my understanding, if you have like we have one trader that he did that update. He doesn't have a Ninja Trader account, and it locked him up, and he couldn't trade for 2 days. He had to uninstall it. So I mean, if you have a different experience, share it with us, and we'll look at it. All right, my stop on that trade is going to be very tight. Right here. Thank you. I'm going to get out of this trade too here. All right. So plus five. I'm having a hard time moving my orders. And it cost me a little bit of money. Not the last trade, but the trade before it. So I'm not sure why this is happening here, but I took the scalp version of that trade, and it's just a captain setup switch trade. Those are very good at giving me multiple candles in my direction. So we got 2 in my direction. It should really, burst to 795. I'm just having a hard, I'm not interested in really holding on to it while it fights through a whole number. So that's why I'm just like, okay, just make your scalp and move on. Yeah, so see, that whole number was an issue, but we understood what we were looking for. We were looking for a scalp. We got a scalp. Now, if they go back down to 801, I'm going to jump back in, because that will be a captain setup switch trade short on the 30 NT Rinko, and I'll be interested in that. But it will be a scalp as well. and it's gonna be a tight stop, and take your profit quick. I'm gonna flatten that trade. See, I was trying to get, see, I hate trading around the whole number because of this junk that they do. But they put the 801. Yeah. I mean, you could tell that they're tired here. You could really do. I mean, here you go. I mean, that's just what the expectation was to see out of this price action, is this push lower. It's definitely a choppy one here. All right, well, give this one a try. But, you know, again, we're trading. Yeah, finish it off. Here we go. That's another scalp. I mean, we're just working that range here. Just because of what we're seeing. What we're seeing is a captain setup switch trade, a retest, another retest of it. So that whole area is just a whole lot of distribution going on, and I can see that. I'm not gonna overcommit to this direction, but I'll take a basically 7 points, a flat, and a 5 points. So we picked up 12 points off of this rotation by understanding this structure right here, which is a really good structure. If you ever see captain setup switch trade, those are money. Sheila, send me your machine ID so I could enable the NT8 software for you. And I'll send you the files and we'll set up a time for me to install them for you. Okay? Yeah, so they're just dancing around this Globex, not the Globex, but the 800 whole number. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm not gonna commit. I'm not gonna put on any more trades. We're very close to disconnecting the 200 from the 100 anyway. I took, what is that? 1, 2, 3 trades. So we made 12 points in a 15-point range. Well, that's not bad. P&L? What's the question, Damon? what's my profits for the day? Is that what you're asking? Okay. We're down a little bit of money today, but since yesterday, this is it. Here we go. See, people are asking. Here you go. Including yesterday and today, the beginning of the week, we're up 28.42. Down about 600 today. I was up 3,400 yesterday. And that's that. They're putting on a captain setup long on the 50 NT Rinko, and so that's very good for the longs. And for the month, yes, last month. I mean, what? Okay, so somebody asked me, I don't know who it was, but asked me, oh well, why did you all of a sudden shift focus yesterday, and start swing trading? They haven't seen that before. Well, stick around, you'll see a lot of that. But typically, whenever I have a good month, toward the end of the month, I'll take some risk capital and I'll swing trade with it to see if I can, just pop up my equity even further. So that's what happened yesterday. I took a little bit of, basically I took about a $5,000 risk. And if it worked, it's going to work for, I'm hoping 1-to-1. 1-to-1, hopefully, or better. And if it didn't work, I still have an up month. So if you want to see why that is, that's my month of July. So we ended up the month at 15,176. And that's the equity curve of it. So toward the end of the month, I was just doing, good. I was like, okay, I'll take a 5,000. I was about 13 or so. I'll take a 5,000. That would get me to where, $8,000 for the month if it doesn't work. And if it works, I'm gonna pad my profit for the month even better. And that's what that looks like. Really steady, nothing really big. 2003. That yesterday was a good one. Had a down day here, but the rest of them were fairly decent. That's that. So now we're looking at this and we're seeing that they got very close to that 95 and they just simply could not disconnect the 100 from the 200. And there's a 50 NT Rinko captain setup long. So if we start breaking above 830 again, meaning that we can close 2175 and break 30, then come back and retest. That will be the type of setup that I would use to get involved in the market. Yeah, so we're back to this zone, back to that zone. Every time we hit that zone, we seem to be struggling with it. Can't ignore that. I mean, I kind of knew that this area it's going to be tough for the market, especially from the first touch perspective. But this is like the 7th or 8th time that we test this area, and we keep pulling back. So you really, the longs need to show up here. Otherwise, a break below 94 will disconnect the 200 from the 100, and then you can get a deeper pullback. And that deeper pullback, you need to look for a higher low and a cloud that is positive. So you can't just buy the selling pressure. You really have to start looking at a structure. go. There you go. Now we're seeing the market just slowing down. This is slow price action right here. I mean, they put a captain set up long right here and pushing it higher. That's fine. That's good to see. It just, we need to see that break above 30, then a pullback, and we'll start looking for an entry point. Yeah, maybe the weekend. I mean, not the weekend, but on Friday, my friend. I mean, there's nothing really going on here for us to have a long stream SNK, but start having more action. We will extend the streams. For a longer period, but I appreciate you following, and make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. This is helping you. Like, I don't know if I can handle I don't know if I can handle this slow price action any longer anyway. I can't imagine sitting here for another 4 hours watching this paint dry. But usually, like FOMC or big news or big earnings, you'll see a lot more action both ways, and I'll keep the stream going for you guys later on days like that. Oh yeah, oh yeah. This is the kind of day where you make your daily bread and get out of Dodge quick. So now, structure wise, this is what's going on. If we get up to 825, there'll be a captain setup switch trade long on the 50 NT Rinko, and I will get busy and I will get heavy, and I will be looking for 844 as a target. So if we get to 25, that setup would be significant. And the stop is below 800, but we have to get to 825. If we break this level right here and we start trading under 96, then yeah, it's over. I mean, that setup is not going to be present. So the next 4 or 5 candles, if we get up to the 825, that will set the stage for that setup. So now we have channel number 2. So you can't break the 804, 800. And if this runs up to 825, then we got something going on. Yep. Well, they're trying. They're trying. They need to break that line, that trend line. They need to get into the zone, break that 20, 25, 25 and change, 25 and a quarter. Then I will play. All right. I'll take a shot at it here. And 805, around basically under 800 is my stop. $844. Let's see if I can get to 844. I mean, I don't want. Oh, come on. $806. Okay, so I took one profit on one of the contracts, and I'm just trying to hold on for the next one and see if I can get something bigger. And I'm gonna go break even, as much as I hate it. But break even, and I'll see if it makes something bigger. I really want to see a break above 830, and that will lend itself to run up to my ultimate target of 44. We'll see what happens. I mean, I have no risk at this point. I made a little bit of money on the first one, and I have the potential of making a lot on the second one. So we'll see. Okay, well, flat, and I'll see if it holds. And if it breaks anything under 810, then I'm not necessarily interested. But if it runs back up, I'll give it another shot and see if I can get involved. not a lot of momentum here. That's the issue. So we're sitting through a lot of these rotations where they back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, it's not a lot of momentum. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. Like I added $45 to my day from that trade, and I was hoping to see that push above 830. I mean, that was the key, you know. So it's not over yet, but if we break anything under that 05, I'm not interested anymore. $807, yeah. Yep, that's no good. Okay, so what does that mean here? That means that, I mean, the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side. And you're getting this, unbelievable distribution pattern that just like 8, 9, 10 times in a row that we keep hitting this level and we're selling off. Just that's the market, the way they're acting today. We had an opportunity with this setup to go to 30, then go to 44, and it just was not showing a lot of strength. And I picked up basically $46 after commission in that rotation. And now it's just a function of waiting and watching. The way this is moving, a test of harmony zone number 1 is quite possible. So really there's no a lot of movements, there's no momentum. What I'm looking to do is take a break, lunch hour, and that last hour of the day, especially the last half an hour, I'll come back in and look at the market and see if things changed. Okay? That's the best I can do with a market that looks like this. And this is how that day is finishing off. So we had from the first, basically, we're running at 28.88 for the day. I mean, for the past 2 days. All right, we just keep working. We will keep working. All right, guys, that's it for me. How's everybody doing anyway? Damon, Adam, Josiana, any more trades? Robert, Sheila. I see some of you left. Yeah. Yeah, no Momo. Okay. You're down a little bit, Adam. Yeah, it's not an easy market today. I mean, we managed some profit here, some profit here. We lost a little bit here, lost a little bit here, made a little bit here, made a little bit here. Yeah, it's made a little bit here. All right, let's see if they run this thing. All right, guys, that's it for me. Just gonna hit lunch. Now, one more observation. If we break the 25 again, 25 quarter, 25 half, we're then the scenario to 44 can happen. That's the key for that rotation, especially right now in the next 4 or 5 candles. If we get up there, then we got a shot at it. If we don't, and we break anything under 800, then they're gonna flush this market and test harmony zone number 1 and potentially 2. So those are the pivot points that are critical to price action right now. All right, guys, take care. ES, let's take a look at ES quickly. I mean, ES is definitely weaker than NQ. They had harmony zone number 1 and 2, and they're trading under them. As long as we continue to trade under 46.08 and a quarter, we should be seeing prices moving on to 45.86 and a half. Where I would reconsider any price above 46.0550 will pause me from trying to get short again. And like you said, Sheila, they're waiting on Apple and Apple on Thursday. Yeah, we got some news coming up soon. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.